So funny. The animated musical series Central Park is back with one of our faves, Josh Gad. We are back with our co-host, Mrs. Lopez, and Josh is joining us now. That was so funny, Josh. Welcome, man. Being that Central Park has a lot of musical numbers and we love musical theater, can you please lead us in a warm-up?
A vocal warm-up.
A vocal warm-up.
Of course. Okay, why don't we start off with some trills?
Okay.
Let's free the chords up a little bit.
You do that.
Okay, that's it. Let those lips loose. Unique New York. You know you need unique New York. And now, I'd love for you guys to follow me in just a little. I'm just going to warm us up a little bit, start a little soft, and then work our way down.
Okay.
How's that? Is that too much for you guys to start?
Just out the gate, you just want to go that high. Okay.
You got this.
Go,
I'm
honey.
scared. You got this.
No, I'm enjoying you.
Go.
I'm enjoying you.
She's waiting for you.
No.
Yes.
From the diaphragm.
You know that.
Yes.
All right. Let's get serious here.
When I used to do Book of Mormon, Andrew Rannells, my co-star, would make fun of me all the time because I had such an untraditional warm-up. I would actually sing songs, not warm up like with that kind of stuff, but I would come in and I would sing, Cupid, draw back your bow. And what else?
Little Sam Cooke, I love it.
Songs.
Well, you mentioned I was lucky enough to see you on Broadway perform back in the day, man. I mean, killed it.
Amazing
so
show.
awesome. So I love to see how music, too, but because we met actually on Broadway in musical theater. So I love that it's been a part of your life for so long and now in this new show. Yeah,
let's talk about your new show.
Yes. Central Park is a musical love letter to life itself and also the incredible city of New York City. Our family, the Tillermans, have been struggling because they are trying to protect this park that is an icon to an entire city and an entire world from this woman named Bitsy Brandenham, played by the delicious Stanley Tucci. And basically, Bitsy would love to take this public park and privatize it and build condos. And so our family is working doubly hard this season to make sure that that doesn't happen. I, of course, play Birdie, who is a very unreliable narrator.
And you have a tremendous cast, Josh. Leslie Odom Jr., David Diggs, Catherine Hahn, like you mentioned, Stanley Tucci. I mean, it's just awesome. Did you just call them up to be part of the show? How did you go about assembling that?
I threatened their families.
That works.
That's great.
Yeah, I threatened their families, and it got the job done. No, you know, I have some incredible friendships, and people like Leslie Odom Jr. I was lucky enough to go to college with at Carnegie Mellon. So I've known Leslie for years. Catherine Hahn has been a friend of mine for a decade. Stanley Tucci I worked with on Beauty and the Beast. David Diggs I had known through the Broadway community. Titus Burgess. Same, of course, now Emmy Raver Lampman I knew through David. So it was all just, you know, utilizing my friendships with these guys. And it really is like the Avengers of musical theater, this cast.
I want to talk about this just because I was really excited. You brought a lot of people a lot of joy with these reunion Zooms and all these old school movies like Ghostbusters, Splash, and Back to the Future. But you started with Goonies, which is one of my all-time favorites, and I heard
I love you.
I heard you actually wrote. It's so awesome. Look at that. Hey, you guys. Hey, did you write a sequel, Josh, or an outline or a synopsis for a sequel, or how true is that?
What's very funny about that is I years ago wrote like a treatment for a Goonies sequel. But I never did anything with it. And then Chris Columbus, who wrote the original Goonies, and I worked on Pixels together. And I started talking to him about it. And he's like, no, I don't know that a Goonies sequel would work. And then we ended up doing this reunion together. And we started talking about it again. But I think that there actually is a script for a sequel that's being written right now by my buddy Adam Goldberg, or he wrote it already. So I don't know. It is my dream too that there's a Goonies 2 one day. Like, I would love nothing more than that.
That'd be so awesome.
That's cool.
You'd have to include the truffle shuffle and the whole deal, but more on that later.
You'd have to.
You'd have.
So you have 2 daughters.
You'd
They're
have to.
10 and 7.
I do.
Does everything embarrass them that you do, or are they like, that's my dad?
Every time that they're with me and I open my mouth and someone recognizes me as Olaf, instead of being like, our daddy's Olaf, they go,
They're over it.
literally eye roll and just so disappointed that their dad's not Moana. And I really genuinely try not to, but like, here's the thing, I go above and beyond for them. Like, I would go to their school to read the Harry Potter books to all the kids.
Yeah.
And I would literally stay up at night and work on all the voices. Like, this was like my greatest audition ever. And the 2 kids who would show up latest were my children. They could care less. And I was like, I would get so emotional in scenes, and people would be like, he's so pot committed. And it would really be because my children were betraying me and wanted nothing to do with me reading the Harry Potter books.
Don't feel bad. My kids could care less too. It's the same. It's just, I think it's just what it is. You're still dad to them. Josh, you're the best man. But we got to ask: is Frozen 3 on the horizon? Has it been discussed yet?
Could be. Who knows?
Maybe it's in summer. We'll see. Josh, always great catching up with you, brother. Congrats on everything.
Love you guys. Great to see you.
Awesome. He's the coolest. Big thank you to Josh Gad right there. Central Park returns to Apple TV Plus this Friday.